Reminder, this is David Ropa. He's going to be talking to you about the Spring Harbor Sustainable Greenhouse. So please, let's welcome David.
So try to remember. Go back in time and remember a time in your childhood. Close your eyes if you have to, but go back to that time, that moment when you fell in love with the natural world. Maybe it was a time you were canoeing down a river. Maybe you were in a forest. Maybe you were working in a garden. Maybe it was that time where you picked a tomato out of a garden and you ate it and you vowed never to eat a plastic-wrapped tomato again. So here's my dilemma. I teach middle school at seventh graders at Spring Harbor Middle School in Madison, and I'm faced with this problem because I've got this diverse group of students, and I'm trying to give them that same memory, that same spark. And they're faced with the Wisconsin growing season. And how do I get kids outside to do that? How do I inspire them to have those same memories when the food that they eat is not necessarily the best for them? And so how do I teach them to grow food? So I thought, what if I build a greenhouse? So I went around, I toured all the greenhouses in the area, and I looked at them. And these are massive carbon footprints. Lights all night, air conditioning all summer, heating all winter. I couldn't do that to the district. So I said, well, what if I build a sustainable greenhouse so I'll reclaim stuff? And so I designed it. I submitted this proposal, this grant, to the Foundation for Madison Public Schools, and they gave me the money, but they said, it kind of looks like a glorified goat shed. I said, that's fine, but somehow we scratched the surface of this interest, this desire to help, and all of a sudden, from this little grant came donations from parents and the community and teachers, and all of a sudden we had this money, and we thought, wow, we can do more. And so as we quadrupled what we had, we met with an architect who helped take student plans and turn it into something more visionary. And we thought, oh my gosh, this is something that's going to be amazing for our students. And we looked at this as project-based learning. We said, we are going to teach kids, but we're going to teach them to be scientists and mathematicians and artists and engineers by doing something that's tangible, actually building something. And the kids did it. They broke ground 2 years ago in October, almost to this very day, and they have been doing this project themselves. Now, granted, we hire professionals to pour the foundation, but the kids are out there sticking the foundation insulation to the walls. They're measuring how much concrete we need to order. They're drilling the bricks into place. They're calculating how much concrete fills into one of those bricks and how much we're going to need. They're calculating how much surface area is on the roof, and so when we capture the water, it's going to go into a pond. Where does that come from? That's learning. And what's amazing is that when you give kids this chance to do something that professionals do, they think, oh my gosh, I'm doing what professionals do. They can vision what their jobs can be in the future. And when they go out and they do these things, and I hand a Sawzall to a middle school boy, and I say, go cut that, this face, you've never seen a smile bigger. So on Earth Day this year, we went out and we had all 270 students. They came out there and they packed straw clay into the walls because it's sustainable and it lasts for 500 years. And as the day went on, they kept moving higher and higher up to the ceiling or the roof of the building. At the end of the day, they're sitting out on the roof of the building looking out over these gardens thinking, oh my gosh, I did that. So now we still teach them math and science, don't get me wrong. They have to read books sometimes. But when they go out now, they know, they can see the lake from where we are, and when they understand we're capturing the water and putting it into a pond, and they're studying it. So when they go into the lake to do the water test, and they go, oh my gosh, we need to control runoff for a reason, because this is our backyard, this is our watershed. We take them out in the summertime. They do a summer garden camp, 4 weeks of summer gardening, and Madison's amazing. Kids pay to garden. We teach them how to compost and how to make compost tea and biochar so that when they use the soil, they don't deplete it, they replenish it. So when they leave it, it's better than what they found. They are artists. Sometimes they don't want to plant, sometimes they don't want to pull weeds. Who does? But when they go out, they can paint benches and they build things and they make this environment theirs, and they have a sense of place and a sense of ownership. It's wonderful to watch. And when I see your eyes, I can see you remember. You remember canoeing. You remember gardening. You remember being in the forest camping. And so if you can't remember, well, come join us. Eat a tomato. Thank you.